Part 4, Chapter 5 of the Manxman. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Manxman by Sir Caine. Part 4, Chapter 5. The man was killing her. To be his spoiled and adored wife, knowing she was unworthy of his love and tenderness, was not happiness. It was grinding misery, bringing death into her soul. If he had blamed her for her incompetence, if he had scolded her for making his home cheerless, nay, if he had beaten her, she could have borne with life and taken her outward sufferings for her inward punishment. She fell into fits of hysteria, sat whole hours listless, with her feet on the fender. Pete's conduct exasperated her. As time went on and developed the sweetness of Pete, the man grew more and more distasteful to her, and she broke into fits of shrewishness. Pete hung his head and reproached himself. She wasn't to mind if he said things, he was only a rough fellow. Then she burst into tears and asked him to forgive her, and he was all cock-a-hoop in a moment, like a dog that is coaxed after it has been beaten. Her sufferings reached a climax. She became conscious that she was about to become a mother. This affected her with terrible fears. She went back to that thought of a possible contingency which had torn her with conflicting feelings on the eve of her marriage. It was impossible to be sure. The idea might be no more than a morbid fancy, born of her unhappiness, of her secret love of Philip, of her secret repugnance for Pete, the inadequate, the uncouth, the uncongenial. But nevertheless it possessed her with the force of an overpowering conviction. It grew upon her day by day. It sat on her heart like a nightmare. The child that was to be born to her was not the child of her husband. End of Part 4, Chapter 5.